Hey everyone, welcome back to our Love Lives Here, the Earth Edition, and I'm here with Nancy Chaconas for our fourth installment of her Transformational Art. And if you've been with us, then we're looking forward to seeing what you've done. And if you haven't, you can go to Love Lives Here at gotothewhole.com and sign in, and you'll be able to get all these installments to be able to do this really exciting and really self-nurturing practice that Nancy's been offering us through this simple painting. And for those who don't know much about Nancy, a little additional piece is that Nancy's been a teacher for many years, and over the past 20 years, she has been really working in the justice sector. You know, when we're talking about Barbara Marx Hubbard and having this as a tribute, Nancy has really dedicated her life to working with Legal Shield and supporting people in having that sense of ease and calm when they're in situations that would require legal services. So not much more about that, but you can go to, we'll put in Nancy's email or go to Legal Shield and look for Nancy Chaconas. I'll post that in the underneath the video. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Nancy. She's going to be telling us where we've come from and where we're going with this art, Nancy.
Thank you, Shelley. I'm so excited to be here in my heart studio and feeling like a heartist that you called me. And it's true. It's like, if you build it, they will come. I built the studio and all of a sudden I'm an artist because I have a studio. Love it. But we are all artists, and my meditation practice is really about getting in touch with that inner child, that non-judgmental child that loves to just pick up a paintbrush and dip it in some paint, put it on the paper, and not sell it and not be judged, but just for the process. And I'm finding that this is a very healing process, especially for going through grief that I've been experiencing with the loss of my mom, and just for going from fear to love. More love lives here through art. So I'll just give you a quick backtrack of where we've come. We started out with a blank canvas so that you could figure out what are some of your desires, your goals, your dreams. We wrote them on the canvas, made little pictures or whatever with marking pens. And then we put circles around them and made a metaphorical seed pods out of them, because we're transforming from the caterpillar to the butterfly. And we have all those imaginal cells within us. If we just give our attention more to what we want, then we can attract it. It's already in our vibrational bubble. So now the second step was to just play on the canvas. So this is, we started it on the video, yesterday's video, but I finished mine so you could see what it would look like if you just fill it all up. You know, it's just intuitive, whatever you feel like. It can all be painted over. There's no mistakes. It's such a wonderful practice in just being in the moment without any mistakes. So our next step is to paint the butterfly and have this metaphorical experience of transferring from the caterpillar to the butterfly. So basically what I did is I just put a few basic colors on a paper plate. And then I went ahead and you could do this too. I Googled, so you'd have an idea of how are you going to draw the butterfly if you feel that you can't draw. I just Googled butterfly outline drawings or something like that, and came up with something like this, so that now I can look at this. So if you want to do that, you can, or you can just freeform a butterfly on there. And the first step is going to be to outline the butterfly in white. So
Hey, Nancy, I've got a quick question for you.
Sure, please.
So given that it's we're heading into Earth Day, if someone wanted to put an earth or something behind the butterfly or on the side, or feel like they wanted to add that, would that be all right?
Oh, you don't even have to do a butterfly. I'm just using the butterfly as an example. So if you'd rather do an earth, if you'd rather do a different animal, if you'd rather do your totem animal, I'm just practicing with the butterfly. And I have some examples of 4 different people that did the butterfly. So, we're not going to have time. I'm just going to show you the process, and then I can show you some end results as well. So let's begin by just dipping dipping this in some white paint. I think I'm cutting off my head here, huh? Let me see. Is that better? Oops, I'm attached. Okay. And then I'm just going to, you know, make the outline of the butterfly in white here. You know, you can, if you don't like the way it looks, you can just change it around. And then there's this part and this part. So you're just kind of outlining it. And again, you cannot make a mistake. So there we go. I've just outlined the butterfly, and maybe I want to change the shape a little bit and how I want that to be. Shelley, it kind of looks like your butterfly that you did. Interesting, huh? And again, there's no wrong or right ways to do it. And then I'm going to put some little cells in the butterfly here. So you can kind of see the little, there's little pictures within each one, so that there is a shape. Okay, so there we have the basic outline of a butterfly. Just did it real quickly. And now the next step is going to be playing with the inside of the little cells. So already the colors are already shining through, and you can see that, but you can play with the background. Let's say I wanted to put some yellow and maybe, you know, you can use your fingers. You can let some things show through. See, maybe my other ones were all blue, so maybe I'll make this background more with yellows and maybe some reds. Oh, it's kind of fun just to paint with your fingers too. You know, mix it together, get orange. You know, you can wipe it around. See, I just learned how to do this by just experimenting, just doing it, just being it. I actually taught myself to paint just by getting prompts, just by getting a little bit of direction like I'm giving you, and then going and not being afraid to explore. So, so that's kind of a fun thing. You can, you know, maybe I want to keep some of this. I mean, this is going to take a lot more time. I'm just showing you the ideas. You can blend in the background. You can let the background show through. See, somehow that blue got on my finger, and then I just added it in because I thought it was kind of a nice blue. I kind of liked it, you know, and then if I want green, I can mix it together. See, I'm just intuitively finding that I like finger painting today. I didn't plan on that. That's just what's coming about. And, you know, you can add a little white and make the colors. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the finger painting part. See, now I've kind of covered up my whole background, but there could be 5, 6 different layers. I'm just beginning with things. And like this part up here, I kind of like that blue thing, you know, so maybe I'll just keep it and just add some yellow back here and so on. And then you're just going to be like blending. See, I'll mix like a pink. I'll mix white and red together here, just to make just a pink color. And, you know, maybe I want to make some pink in here, or maybe I'll start putting a little pink in here and blending it, but letting some of it show through. So you see, I'm not doing anything anybody can't do. It's just, it kind of takes courage, I guess you could say, just like any process going from fear to love. You kind of get your ego out of the way, your judgment out of the way, and you get into the fun of remembering what it felt like to get your hands dirty with paint and just play. So you can eventually you can take a smaller brush and maybe black, you know, and you might want to outline in black parts of it. and then fill it in. So again, this is a very meditative process that might take a lot longer than what we're doing. But again, you can paint over everything. So, you know, I may want to go over in black all of this. You just have to play and keep going and make a mess. And then the most interesting part of this process to me is there always comes a time when you're frustrated, you're judging, it doesn't feel right, you're not in the flow. And if you stick with it and get in the moment, it becomes, your caterpillar becomes a butterfly. So let me show you a few end results of what this could look like from different people. So I'll begin with the one I showed you the other day. This is the first one that I did. So this was, you know, a lot more time than we've just spent. I just showed you the idea, but see here, I used blue and kind of put blue and squirrely spirals all over it. And I played a lot with the little cells inside, using some of the colors that were already there and changing some. And then I was doing another class, so I did another one. It kind of actually looks pretty much like the first one, but just a little bit different. I keep thinking I don't want to do blue, but I keep going back to blue. Very fun. And then if you remember the other day, we showed you Shelley's, and hers is very different, very colorful. So the sky's the limit. And I'll give you some other ideas as well, because I have two more that I had some women over working on. Here's one, you know, totally different. Whoops, there we go. Totally different. She loved in the background just making all those colors blend. And then that's what she did. She said she wasn't finished and she wanted to continue working on it. But I think it's beautiful. And then one more. And this is another idea. So you can see that it's really about you and your style and allowing your creativity to come through. So that's just a fun example of how you can use painting as meditation. I would leave it up on here, and then I'd come in the morning, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, and play around a little more and play around a little more. And, you know, the painting knows when it's done. Sometimes it's never done. You could work on it for years. Sometimes you can just paint over the whole thing and start with something new. So, Shelley, is there anything else that you'd like to add to today's segment?
I'm just loving this because today was our Earth Youth Edition for Love Lives Here. And I love that how for some reason you felt like painting with your fingers, you know, to allow whatever it is that's wanting to come forth as an expression of our whole self. So as, you know, I feel like for me, I haven't had a chance to go get my canvas, but the beauty of this is that this will be up for you to use or to do with your children. You can use these videos with Nancy to just explore your relationships and your relationship with color and your relationship with the earth and butterflies. Or I love what you were saying, Nancy, as well. It could be an animal totem. And I think for me, it was doing this, it was just allowing myself to get out of my own box, right? So we've been talking about Barbara Marx Hubbard and really taking your lid off. And that for me is the butterfly, to allow, you know, that sense of soaring and flying and really opening your heart. So this to me has been a beautiful exercise for the opening of your heart. So Nancy, just want to thank you so much. And hopefully we'll be seeing you in more occasions and we can bring the whole. And thank you.
Come back to my studio and paint.
That's right. So if you're in California, that's where Nancy is. She's in Somas, California. Look her up. And this is just the beginning of just how love is living here in your community. And so thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We really feel that. Mwah! Happy holidays to you. Happy Easter. Happy Passover. You know, this is a time to really bring in that consciousness of light and love and into your paintings. So thanks so much. Remember to go to goodofthewhole.com and go to Love Lives Here, and you'll get to explore and have access to all these incredible videos and beautiful heartists like Nancy and more. So with that, we love you and we'll see you soon. Thank you.